This is Africa.
Check out this view of Mombasa.
I welcome you to Nairobi.
And this is also Africa. Well, some parts of Africa though. There's some kind of news or incidents that happen in some part of Africa that you ask yourself, wait, this has happened before in my country. But no, why is this happening on the African continent? You just don't understand, or like you feel like Africa is some kind of a mess or a joke. Some incidents like this one, see.
And are on the ground in crime hotspots across the West.
Honorable Manier, please take your seat. What's point of order you said?
Point of order. Are we in an auction here? Honorable member.
That is not a point of order.
Point of order.
Honorable Manier,
Point of order.
Please proceed.
Point of order. Chair.
I, Pemi Castellina Pamela Machudina, I swear that I will be faithful to the Republic of South Africa, me, and to perform the functions of my office conscientiously, okay, and the best of my ability. Conscientiously, actually.
Well, you might think that only South Africa experienced these kind of things in their parliament, okay? But see this one. Yep, that is a Ghanaian MP. It happened in Ghanaia's parliament, okay? As you can see, the MP was actually running away with a ballot paper in parliament. What kind of Africa, what kind of continent is this? See this one too.
And I think we don't have to do politics with this. I think we don't have to bring in anything that will let our exercise be in purification. It will not help us. I don't think that is appropriate. So none of us understood the word.
What is the word?
Well, you see, not only the South African woman who was having some hard time pronouncing some words, this one also used a whole big English that the whole parliament started laughing. Okay, but you might also ask yourself, where is the giant of Africa? What do we have in common with them? Well, the giant of Africa also have this. See. Okay, so the giants of Africa went on a protest earlier this month, and this results came out. See. Alright, so it says, breaking news. Federal government releases 570 billion naira grants to state government to tackle hardship. So this was shared when Nigeria went on a 10-day protest, although it didn't complete, but they actually protested. That's what the results they heard. But as this was shared too, the giant of Africa and doing, see this one too. It says Nigeria economy lost 500 billion because of protests. Nigeria Minister of Trade. Yep, that is the giant of Africa for you. So have you seen it? You people, Nigerians actually went on a protest to save the economy and high cost of living, inflation actually. And then the government heard their cry and decided that he will share some 570 billion grant to governors of the various states to help to reduce this inflation and hardship in the country. But there you have it. The Minister of Trade also came out and said that their 5 or 7 days protests have caused the Nigerian government's economy 500 billion naira. So deduct 500 billion naira from the 570 billion naira, Nigeria will actually be left with 70 billion naira. What kind of government is this? What kind of continent is this? What is happening in this continent? Well, see this one too. This is also from Kenya. Okay, so Kenya had this automobile company that was made in Kenya, that you were once one of the quality mobile automobile company in Kenya that produced cars for Kenyans. But recently this saddest news happened to them. It says Kenyan automobile company Mobiles Motors has shut down. The company was founded in 2010. Okay, so another African company is shut down. A company that was in Kenya that were producing cars. See the beautiful cars they were producing actually. And then they have to shut down because of high taxes by the government. And then purchasing power. People are not actually buying it. They are actually still, Africans are still actually in taste of foreign goods. They are buying the brands in the world, the big brands. I'm not going to mention any brand name, but they are buying them. And then the company in Kenya have gone to bankruptcy and they are no more functioning. That is so sad. Well, it doesn't only happen in Kenya. It happens in almost all of our continents. There's a lot of quality things that are being made in our various countries by our own people, but are not still buying it. We are actually in for the foreign ones because of the brand they have, the hype they get, or those kind of things. Okay, and then, but yeah, it doesn't only happen in Kenya.
Yo, msafara wa rais huo, Mama Samia Suluhu. Bana, kula chuma hicho. Bado gari hazijaisha hizo.
All right, the video you just watched right now was also the Tanzania's president. I don't know where she was going, but this video broke up the internet. People were talking about it like, see the number of fleet of cars she's moving with. All these petrols and fuel they are burning are all taxpayers' money. All the cars they are having, even 40 to get, are going to be used to be fixed by the taxpayers' money. It's all allowance given to these leaders. And look at where are you even going that having almost about 100 to 200 cars escorts. That is also what is happening in Tanzania. I don't know. Let me know about your country. How many fleet of cars that your president pull when he's out from his state house? How many? Because this Tanzania president actually was insane. She pulled so much cars. I mean, so look at the number of cars. You have to watch the videos. People are actually standing there and watching them like, what is going on in Tanzania? Okay, so these are the real Africa we are living in, okay? The Africa, you have the beautiful aspect, the nice aspect, the animal kingdom, the forest, the beautiful landscape, the natural water. So I know some people in some part of the continent thinks that Africa lacks water, but hey, we do have it, okay? We do have it. And also, coming down to our so-called democratic governance, we also have these kind of things that happens on Africa too. Okay, so these are the kind of Africa we are living in right now. The Africa they actually don't show you about. If you see Africans moving to all different parts of the continent, trying their best to travel to Jakarta to go in for greener pastures, it's part of these kind of things that are happening by our people. Okay, these kind of things, our leaders are actually having some fun in the parliament houses and also doing some unnecessary kind of deals with our superpowers and then later hindering our development. Okay, these are the kind of things we are facing in Africa. All right, and lastly, recently Kenya also went on one of the greatest or the biggest protests in Africa, and that yielded results though. Yield a great results, but still Kenya is back to factory reset. Yep, Kenya is back to factory reset. But actually, their protests inspired a lot of Africans. We are actually happy that Kenya went all this way to actually protest against bad governance. Okay, that was it. And some Kenyans lost their lives too. RIP to the lost soldiers that we lost, who were actually fighting for their rights and also their economy and also their being of, shall I say, state economy. Yeah, and then they are living, okay, they are fighting for their livelihood. We lost about 16 to 20 people, yeah, in Kenya protests too. So if somebody asks you how is the living of Africa is, well, as I said, beginning we have beautiful places. We have big cities like Johannesburg, Lagos, Accra, Nairobi, Kampala, Addis Ababa. We have a lot of beautiful cities in Africa too. We also have a lot of beautiful landscapes like the biggest safaris in Kenya, in Namibia, in Botswana, in South Africa. We have all those, and also we also have these kind of leaders. Also, we have those kind of environment leaders, the kind of leaders we have. All these kind of things are also wondering and worrying Kenyans also, okay, and Africa as large. So if someone asks you how is the living of Africa to be, let the person actually ask you which one is he asking about, the beautiful part, the good part, or all this part. Yep, the leaders part is actually important here. My name is Rashi Essay, and I was here to throw on some light on the real living of Africa and how Africa truly is. There are so many different parts of Africa. If you want to ask me which Africa I'm living in, which part am I living in? Oh, I'm in Accra, Ghana right now, and I would say I'm living in a beautiful city with the kind of leaders of Africa to combine. Okay, so it's kind of like that. Yeah, kind of like that. But still, I'm a proud son of the soil. I love Africa. I love you guys all. Hope we have a better day someday, sometime. See you guys around.